So the card we pulled for you was Mookite Jasper. This is it's an earthy sort of elemental. I mean, all stones are earthy, but this one has not one of those higher frequency energies. This one is more practical, more balanced, just like you, Capricorn. It is an opportunity to balance your inner and outer experiences and then bringing you to a level of versatility so that you can be open to new experiences, drawing on your knowledge that you already have and being able to bring on new ways to maybe solve old problems, or also in a sense to impart your wisdom to others so that may be in the same position as you, so that you can inspire them, bring your wisdom about to inspire others. Also, one part of this talks about nutrition, wholesome sort of organic foods, keep your well-being, do your prayer or meditation practice, your exercise, keep your body mobile and healthy so that, because inner and outer experiences go together, they go hand in hand. So your body is there to support your soul as well, and vice versa, right? And let's go forward. Let's see about this balance of inner outer worlds. We're using the tree spread here with the Zen Tarot deck, and this first branch is where you are now. Where you are now internally, what the internal energies are that support that, and the externally in your day-to-day world. Then we have the trunk is the key to moving forward to the next level. Okay, so let's see where you are. Well, look at that. Oh man, I love this. This is, I mean, I could just say these two cards alone, and then that's your reading, right? You are the creator of your experiences. You're the creator of your soul's experiences, and you are the creator of your persona's experiences here on this planet. And for this card, the balancing the inner and outer, I love that this reminder that this is where we start. We start with that knowledge. I create my reality. I tap into the source of who I am in order to bring about the experiences of my life. I love that beginning for you. I love it. Even the color range is the same, with that earthy sort of rust colored tone there. Okay, so your acknowledgement that your own soul kind of already knows, right? Knows what you're here for, what you need to do next, what you must allow in, what you must learn from. Your soul is already in concert with all of those things. And what your persona, I've gotten off of saying your ego self, because it's more your persona. It's more it's the same thing, but the word ego sometimes, to me, I mean, I guess more and more as people are using it, it kind of brings about for me the feeling of not narcissism, but almost, like the big ego thing. And what I want to talk about is your soul versus your persona, that person that is here on this planet that wakes up and puts your clothes on every morning and goes to work or goes to school or raises your children or, engages with your partner. And that persona is driven by what's within, is driven by the soul of who you are. And sometimes we disconnect the two. Sometimes we just get into persona mode and we're in auto mode. And what we're trying to do here is merge the two more fully, at least for, this time being right now. That's the guidance that you're being given, so that your persona's experiences can be more fulfilling and your soul's experience can be more satisfied with outcomes and with direction, where to go next and that kind of thing. It could be more of an intuitive guide so that your persona can enjoy the manifestations of all that guidance. So getting that awareness, just knowing I create my reality. It's a kind of a crazy space, I know it's not crazy. I shouldn't have said that word. It's kind of a select way of really approaching things. Not everyone can hear I create my reality and fully accept that, because what if your reality right now is that you're very challenged, or you're very ill, or there's things that are holding you back from what you want? Then who wants to say, oh, I've made myself ill, right? We don't want to say that. However, remember, before something manifests physically, it had to have been there energetically for quite some time. So old past patterns, old habits, old karmas that haven't been healed, those also play into the now. So this is where opening up that sort of wall between the two worlds, between your inner and outer, opening that up and having open, revolving door sort of between the two, constantly open and aware. That's the state that we want you to achieve. That's what we want you to move toward in order to more fully gain more clarity into how the driver of your soul creates the experiences of your persona. Am I making sense? I really hope so. I've been ill, so I apologize if I'm kind of just skipping over some things, but fully in my mind, I'm getting this. I'm hoping that you guys too. I'm hoping I'm conveying it well to you this time. Okay, internally, supporting this knowledge that you create your reality. You are the guide of your life. Okay? Look at that, is the awareness. Your clarity is coming, and I believe I just may have said that. So internally, the internal energy that supports this knowledge is your ever-growing awareness of this theme of internal, external, make my life. My internal drive creates my external experience. Your awareness, your clarity, the veil is being lifted. You're really starting to get this. We're always going to have moments where we slip into one or the other, right? Fully. And, I'm just being completely human today, right? I'm just going to fulfill that schedule and get those kids fed and do all my duties, and I don't have time for my spirituality today. There's times when we lean it one way or the other, right? And what we're trying to have you strive for here is just more of an overall balance between the two, right? We're not looking for perfection, because that's just not something that is true. However, life kind of is perfection, because even the challenges are exactly what you need in the moment, right? In order to learn and grow. And if that revolving door is going between inner and outer worlds, you get that more and more fully. That, yeah, I have a challenge thrown at me. Oh, okay. How am I going to deal with that today? What does my instinct say? Do I need to dig in my heels and fight back and resist? Do I need to skirt around it for a second? Do I need to pause and just allow it to wash over me? That's where your internal guide comes in, because life's going to happen. It's going to come at you. And then how you respond and what your instinct tells you to do next is the key to what your experience will actually be. Okay? So that inner awareness is really taking shape. And in your external world, yes, it's dropping barriers between you and others. It's dropping barriers between you and you, outer and inner you. See how those bars that seem to be separating everyone are really just an illusion. This, if you could take that as that's the internal you and these are your experiences in your outer life, there is nothing really separating it. And collectively, between the inner and the outer, that's where the oneness comes in. That's where and because this is in your external position, you're going to get that more and more in your day-to-day life. You're going to realize, okay, so I'm feeling challenged right now. What is my instinct saying? What part of me needs to engage with this challenge? Or what part of me wants to learn from this? Or why am I resisting this? Or that inner voice just needs to be turned up a little louder sometimes. Okay? then there is less of a barrier between the two. Okay, moving forward to next steps. This card here at the trunk of the tree, this is the tree spread, by the way. This card here down here is the key to moving forward. So mastering this energy is going to help you along the way. And look at that, harmony. I love it, love it, love it. Between your intuition and your heart. So it's harmony, mind and soul, heart, mind, body, heart, mind. What you intrinsically know and what you feel. It's just a harmony, a balance, an alignment. And the alignment is going to be necessary to go forward. What you feel, what you think, right, and what you do, if they're all in alignment, your life becomes easier, right? I'm not, and I don't mean to, I know I only have, 20 minutes here to go over it. So I don't mean to brush it off as, oh, it's simple as that. Just get in alignment and go forward. It can't be that simple, right? It is simple. It's just not that easy all the time, because we do have life kind of just keeps happening, and the next experience will come being thrown at us as we're just gaining our footing in this one, right? But overall, if you can go from day to day in that alignment and with that harmony at your side or within you, things do become easier along the way. They do become less, let's just say less peaks and valleys, and just more little waves of experience. Because wherever you stand in relation to the experiences that are coming at you in life, as far as your inner alignment, that gives you your strength, right? That gives you the power to take it on, or to duck away if that's what your instinct tells you at the time. Okay, next level is these 3 cards. Okay, so the next level is going to be, first of all, gaining these energies, knowing I'm the creator of my reality. My clarity within is becoming, my inner voice is becoming clearer and clearer, and I'm listening more to it because it's dissolving the barriers between my inner and outer world. Now I'm in alignment. What next, right? Well, the very next thing is this sense of, this adventure card is sort of the sense of, I can't wait to see what comes next, right? I don't really know what's ahead of me, but I'm excited to find out. This child moving through the forest just sees the light ahead, the rainbow light, the beauty, doesn't know what's there, but going fully toward it, not really shying away. So the inspiration and the creativity and the excitement for what comes next will come to you as a result of these earlier alignments here, these earlier cards that we talked about. It's that sense of anticipation. What's next? I can't wait to see what happens tomorrow, or whatever, because you're firmly aligned now. Internally and within you, I have this card of suppression. And this is a card of holding in, holding back, tamping down experiences and maybe old feelings and karmas. This can't last long. So what I'm getting from this is that perhaps with the achievement of this alignment, and let me just, like I said before, this isn't something I'm just going to achieve this alignment and then I'm never going to have a slip up again. No, that's not really how it works. It's the constant striving for this alignment that is what keeps your wheels turning, right? So we're not asking for perfection. We're asking for awareness and sort of a striving to achieve moments of this clarity, moments of this alignment, so that you can get on to the next moment. Don't feel like you're a failure if it slips and if you step out of alignment for a second. Please don't do that to yourself, because that isn't what life is. Life isn't just getting to a point, achieving it, and then it's over. I mean, then I don't have to try anymore and I don't have to grow anymore. That's not what we're talking about here. This is going to be kind of like a recurring theme for us all. But you will have moments of suppression of, what I'm getting from this, though, is that you will have moments of suppressed experiences and suppressed feelings arise. So this is kind of you may have like an experience of cleaning some of this old stuff out, cleaning it out so that you can have a clearer base in order to move forward. And if you come upon through this experience, through this sort of channeling of the aligned energy, if you come upon moments where it's like, but remember when that happened, and then I'm going to get sort of gun shy and I'm going to tuck away into a corner because I don't want it to happen again, anything that may have been fearful for you, try to just breathe with it. Because in your external world, you also pulled the projections card. And typically this is like how others expect of you, how others see you, rules people put upon you that really just apply to themselves, their own fears projected onto you, and vice versa then, your fears projected onto others. But what I get from this is your past fears projecting into your present. Because paired with this suppression card, that's what I'm getting, is you may experience moments like that where, oh, but I went through this before, so let me not go here. Let me not go on this, sort of rainbow adventure, because what if, right? What if this comes up again? These old, dark, heavy, scary feelings. That's your past fears projecting themselves onto your current experience. And what we want you to do in that case is breathe through it and just know, okay, but that was in my past. That is not now. And then you circle back to this first card. I create my experience. I'm the creator, not these experiences, these fearful things. They don't create who I am. I do, right? So when this stuff occurs, and it might, it will, it's going to, it's what life is. It's cyclical like that. Sorry about that. My Bluetooth keeps cutting out, so I'm having trouble with that. Anyway, those things will come again. And so now your lesson is to come back to the reality that, okay, take a pause. I'm going to get in alignment. I know enough now, because my awareness is bigger and broader than it ever has been. I know enough now that my inner and outer experiences, there's a cohesion there. There's a synchronicity between the two. So once I get my inner self aligned, then my outer experience will shift. It will shift. Even these old, ugly, negative ones, right? The old stuff from the past creeping up. So I like this because there's a sort of a cautionary tale there in your next steps, in your next level, that the knowledge that you're gaining is setting the table for your success, right? For the future. And then the top card here, the insight or the outcome of this entire reading, is the sharing card. So I like this because we talked about in the very beginning, keep your inner and outer worlds open, stay open and versatile to what comes so that you can react accordingly in every moment, as long as you're trying to keep your alignment. And then give of yourself, share your heart, give of your knowledge that you're gaining here to others, or just be your radiant self and let others sort of enjoy that new aligned version of you. Be out with it, basically. Don't hold back. It's kind of the opposite of this card here, the suppression. Bring it out, let it out, show it, not show off, but show up really for others and for yourself to create a more fulfilling experience. What I'm loving and what I'm seeing about this reading is the through line through these center cards are all progressively expanding, right? From when, of course, we start here and then we move using the energy of this trunk card. So we start with the knowledge that we are the creator, and then we find the alignment and life becomes exciting, and then we can open it up and share it with others, right? I like that, the energy of that line. So focus on that if you go back and re-listen to this video. Remember that through line there, because that's the pace. that's the steps in order to um, move yourself through the next level and dissolve that line between inner and outer, sort of that barrier between inner and outer experience.